Good morning, guys. This video is my latest craft update, and as you can see, I have a pile of stuff on my desk to show you. First off, we have two skeins of dark brown Welch. This fiber is a dark enough brown that it could also probably be classified as a natural black. And it's a sheep fiber. The source was coppermoose.com. Both of them are 3-plies. This one is 170 yards, and this one I didn't do the yardage on this one yet. So those two out the way. This is the rest of the alpaca Crochet fiber that I plied with some coned alpaca that I had, and let me see. I didn't do the yardage on this one. It's a 2-ply. And the source for the cone and the fiber that I spun was Windswept Farms in here in Virginia. Alright. Next up is some Romney X. The source was Homestead Wool and Gift Farm. It's a 3-ply and it's 95 yards. It's what was left after I did the dye with the other fiber. And that fiber was processed at Windswept Farms here in Virginia as well for the sliver. And then we have two skeins of the honey brown domestic wool from the source was the Sheepshed Studio, and they got it from mill ends from the brown sheep mills. And guys are probably familiar with their fiber and yarn, because you can find in most yarn stores. And this skein is 249 yards, and this skein was 273 yards. So it was a nice, very nice spin, and I love the color of this particular one. It's a very warm brown, reddish, almost a reddish brown. Next up, this is what I'm currently spinning. This is some alpaca and wool blend mill ends that I got from Windswept Farms, and that's what I'm spinning on the Kromsky right now. Okay. This is my bee bobbins. My bee is back in production use. I sanded down the belt grooves and got them nice and smooth before I put my new band up there. So far so good. So I think I just had a bad band, bad replacement band, because the other band was about 2.5 years old. That's how long that one lasted. So this is some low camel top that I got from Louette because I just wanted to try it. And it was 200 and some grams, 225 grams, which let's see. And that's so 7.9 ounces. So basically it was 8 ounces of fiber. This fiber was very easy to spin. As you can see, it has it's a coarse fiber, and the hairs kind of stick out all kind of crazy. It kind of reminds me of rope. It's very easy to spin. It drafted very, very nicely. It takes twists well. It almost looks like a hemp fiber, and it's very coarse. This is a rug and warp fiber. This is not a next to skin fiber by any means. And even if you blended it with a softer fiber, the way these guard hairs, these coarse hairs stick out, they will be pricking you in the skin. Anyway, so this is not a fiber that you want to blend with anything. I don't, you know, and put against your skin. Now, as far as making something for an outer coat for a dog or, you know, pet that has their own fiber to buffer between this, then yeah, you could use it for that, or your rugs, or, you know. But yeah, very easy fiber to spin. If you're a beginner spinner and you get hold of some of this, it might make your life a little easier with drafting and learning how to spin. But like I said, it's a very, very coarse fiber. So those are the two first thing. That's the first thing I've spun on my bead since I fixed that belt issue. These two bobbins are spun on the Crochet. That's a hair from the camel. These are fine brown Shetland. This is about probably about 13 ounces of fiber. I've spun Shetland before on my bead and I showed it to you guys, but it's a really nice fiber. This fiber is has very nice soft, and it's next. This could be next to skin. So I'm letting these rest for a couple of days, and then I'll apply them and go from there. So these were on the Crochet. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do a 3-ply with that. And then this is the bobbin that's ready to ply now. This is several mill ends from Windswept Farm. Little bits and pieces of alpaca of different colors. There's different colors in this bobbin. And that's what I'm doing now, is I'm spinning some of the mill ends that I have left. And from that bag I sorted that I showed you guys, I'm spinning the rest of those mill ends just to get those on out of the way so I can move on to some of my other fibers. So let me put this over here. What you see on the desk, this is some bamboo that I dyed. And when you dye bamboo or silk, sometimes they'll look like they'll end up being wavy and crinkly when you let them dry, but they'll spin fine. You just draft it, and it drafts out fine. Straightens right, poofs right back up, drafts out fine. Just pop it a little bit like that. You don't have to necessarily pull it apart, but you can just kind of pop it just to loosen those fibers back up from the dyeing process, and it'll be nice, silky, and draft real nice. You do the same thing. This is Tulsa silk, and when you spin any kind of silk, you want to make sure your hands are clean. You want to make sure you don't have any nicks and cuts and scrapes on your hands. Give yourself a little manicure. Scrub your hands with some of that soap scrub stuff, just to smooth out your skin before you start spinning silk, because silk tends to get caught up on those little nicks and crannies and create drag or stick to your hands and stick to anything. So you just, the same thing with the bamboo, just draft it out a little, just pop it, and it'll loosen those fibers up from the dyeing process. You might get a little knoll here and there where the fiber's kind of, twisted on itself. You can take time and draft it out, or if you don't want to, you can just pull that piece off. You can pull it off. But this is like a piece that kind of curled on itself. You can kind of find it. You just pull it straight like that, and then it'll draft. But yeah, but this is a nice, very nice fiber, very soft. And the source for the bamboo and the Tulsa silk was the R.H. Lindsay Company I believe they're out of Pennsylvania. And I purchase fiber from them maybe once a year, or once every 2 years. And I won't be needing any from them anytime soon because I still have some merino blend I got from them a long time ago. I have 2 big bumps of fiber Falkland and some Rami for dyeing purposes. And so I won't be needing any fiber purchases for a while. I still have a couple of fleece that I need to, I'll show you guys. I got them at Maryland Sheep and Wool that I need to get processed for long. And because those will be the last fleeces for a while that I'll be getting processed. So I'm planning starting next week for Monday. Hopefully it'll be sunny. If not, then I'll just have to get pictures as best I can. I'm planning on doing a big Etsy update with hand spun yarn. I've been looking at other people's hand spuns and stuff, and people charge a lot more than I do. So I'm hoping to get more of my hand spun listed and pictures. But like I told you guys before, I'd rather spin. I'm really not into the business side, but I can't sell it unless I get it pictures taken and get it described and get it posted. So yeah, so wish me luck with that. And that's it. That is my spinning update and fiber update. Knitting wise, I was working on a creeper hat, and it's a child's hat, and I got tired of doing the color work. So what I did was I just went ahead and switched back over to knitting, and I crocheted the rest of the pattern. So I'll be crocheting the eye part, and this part of the creeper will be crocheted, and then I'll sew it on after I finish the hat, and hopefully Deuce will be able to wear it. So yeah, I'm also working on a pair of fingerless gloves, another pair of the fingerless gloves from the pattern that I came up with. Oh, and they're too far away for me to be trying to get them out to show you. So that's all I'm working on right now. I'll be doing another fish hat in pink and white soon. So I'll show you guys that when it's done as well. I want to try and get it done by Thursday so I can give it to my friend and give it to her daughter. But yeah, that's my update. Enjoy.